Nobody likes to walk out front and step in a little something in the morning on the way to work.
You care when you track it in on your carpeting, to be honest.
It's just like putting your trash on the ground. You don't want to be picking up after somebody else.
Oh, you missed your... Oh, you missed it. You missed it right here.
There are things that we're doing, including letting our dogs go to the bathroom anywhere and not picking up after them, that are impacting not only our lives, but other people's as well. The real problem is in the numbers. The city of Tallahassee has more than 176,000 people living here. That's in an area about 100 square miles.
We've found that 40 to 50% of homeowners have dogs. Up to 60% of those people are taking those dogs out after work and walking them, and they tend to gravitate toward parks.
1 gram of dog poop has about 23 million fecal coliforms. Those are bacteria that come out with the dog poop. And dogs don't go in 1 little grams, they go in piles. EPA has begun to study this issue because it is such an issue nationwide. And they have determined that 2 to 3 days worth of doggy poop from just 100 dogs in an area about 20 square miles, that's 1/5 the size of Tallahassee, will result in temporary bay closures for swimming and shellfish harvesting. And here we are with 75,000 animals in a 100 square mile area. That's where you get into problems. So you're having a nice afternoon out there in the park, you're walking along, and there you go, pile of dookie that dog up there in front of you just left for you to walk past. Uh-oh, a storm's coming. Here comes the rain, and guess what? That does wash away, but it washes right into the nearest water body. People think that that doesn't last very long, but if those bacteria get in the sediments in the pond, they may settle there for a little while, but as soon as it's disturbed, they're resuspended. So there's the potential to contaminate for weeks. At McCord Park, it washes into the nearest water body, which is McCord Pond, and then it washes right downstream into Lake Lafayette. Down at Lake Lafayette, there's a sinkhole, and that sinkhole is articulated directly with our aquifer, which is our water supply. Now, it's just one pile, but that's the one pile that you walk by. It's not about just one animal. It's about everybody's animals all together.
In Tallahassee, a number of our water bodies, and not just a number, almost all of them, have been designated by EPA and DEP as impaired for these coliform bacteria that are indicative of a health problem. One of the things we do at the city here is we have a program to try to treat existing storm water to clean it up, and we use detention ponds and things like that, and those are called structural controls to clean that water up. In this case, the removal rates that are required are going to be so high that it'll be impossible for us to just control this by building ponds.
Right here we're standing in the part of the park where kids play organized sports, and on any given day I encounter numerous piles of pet waste that owners have left behind as they walk their dogs. And this is very disturbing to me because A, I've stepped in it before and it's hard to get off my own shoes, and B, you know, kids come here and play sports, they're running around in the park, and they can really contract a lot of nasty diseases from pet waste, such as hookworm and roundworm. And so I think it's a public health issue as well as an environmental issue. There are stations at different points around both parts of Winthrop Park, as well as trash receptacles, and they have tubes where people put Publix bags, and so they're usually well stocked with bags. And so all anyone has to do is look around and walk 10 or 20 feet, pull out a bag or bring their own bag, pick up the waste, and then put it in one of the trash receptacles around the park. It's not very difficult at all.
Some people may think that it's, hey, it's going to the landfill, it's going into the land anyway. Well, landfills are special places. They're very heavily lined, usually with some material like clay that prevents all the things that we throw away every week. That liner is made so that that stuff stays put and doesn't migrate out into the water supplies.
My dog got worms at the dog park here from the vet says maybe it was from other poop laying around and stuff like that.
I think that you should pick up after your pets. I think it's a safety hazard just in case a dog has, say, an infection or is sick or anything. I think it's good for you to pick up your dog because I don't want, especially if they have little dogs, you don't want them to pick up anything like parvo.
I think it's something that people should do, any dog owner, just to be courteous to others, and especially in public places where you've got kids running around and people are walking and biking. I think it's just something that needs to be done so that other people aren't accidentally stepping into other things.
I thought it was gross when my first dog, I was like, kind of weary of it, but no, it's not difficult. I don't have it on me now, but my leash has a bag holder on it that you can just pop out when your dog goes and take care of it.
When you clean up your dog poop and put it in your plastic bag and throw it away in the nearest canister, that's a lot of bacteria you've just cleared out of everybody's way.
The city is committed to good water quality. One of the main reasons that people want to live in Tallahassee is the quality of our environment here and our water resources. We want to protect them. To do that, we need your help.